Good morning, my loves. Happy Tuesday. We are discussing boundaries this morning. So, where to start? Boundaries are essential for all of us to create and respect our own boundaries and to always respect the boundaries of others. If you're in a relationship, if you're married, if you have kids, it doesn't matter. If it's coworkers, it doesn't matter. People need their space, right? Your child has their bedroom, you have your room. Maybe you don't want your child just barging in your bedroom. Maybe they don't want you barging in theirs. And that's fine. It's respect. So tap on the door as you walk in. Teach them early on, knock on the door before you enter a room. That's polite. That will serve them the rest of their life. And it's simple and it's sweet. It's thoughtful and considerate. Just respect other people's boundaries. Sometimes we all need a little space, just time to ourselves, and that is a good thing. You don't need to feel threatened or intimidated or scared when your spouse, significant other wants some time by themselves. Don't take that as rejection. They just need a breath. They need to stop and to think. I got a hair in my eye. They need to stop and think for themselves, to breathe, to process, to just be. Maybe they want to garden. Maybe they want to take a walk. Maybe they want to go shoot hoops, hit some balls at the range, whatever. That's okay. Maybe you just want to go to a coffee shop, a bookstore. You just want to soak in the tub. Nobody should be threatened by that. You just need your space, and that's good. And while I'm on this topic, it is good, it is healthy when you're in a relationship for both of you to keep your separate interests. Don't be threatened by that. You don't feel like you have to be glued at the hip. You don't. You don't have to do absolutely everything together. Just be you. You can enjoy whatever you enjoy, book club, pottery, gardening, swimming, whatever it is that you enjoy that maybe your significant other doesn't, they're not exactly into. They prefer sports, going to a game, just sitting in front of the tube watching the game, tinkering on a car, whatever it is. That isn't taking anything away from you. It's just giving them their time, their space. And when you come back together, you can discuss what each of you have done, who you've talked to and all of that. And that's wonderful. But don't be threatened when they want to do things with their friends. You want to do things with your friends. There's nothing wrong with that. However, if you're in a setting, I'm going to use females, of course, being one. So, and this hasn't happened to me for ages, but a bunch of us go out to dinner one evening, girls' night. Be respectful. Don't start flirting. If you're in a relationship, you're talking to somebody, you're dating somebody, you're married, you have a significant other, don't start flirting. Don't have your friends give somebody your number as a prank. Don't think it's funny to do that. Here, call her, here's her number. Don't do that. Don't do that. You might think it's funny and you're teasing and joking, but that can destroy a relationship. You don't know what's going to happen when somebody gets home. They might have the holy hell beat out of them because somebody that you gave a number to as a joke called them. Their significant other doesn't find it funny. So think before you act. And that's for men and for women. Guys, don't go out with the fellas and there's a beautiful girl. Let's start flirting, buying her a drink, picking up the tab, asking her to sit with you. It'll bite you in the ass. I promise it will bite you in the ass. And for me, if I'm out with a group of friends, and I know who's in relationships and who aren't because you're friends, and I see somebody flirting and they're in a relationship, that says so much to me about them. That tells me they cannot be trusted, that they're dishonest. Do I want that person as a friend? If they're going to be disrespectful and cheat on somebody they love, that they've given their heart to, maybe they're married, if they're going to cheat on them, what does that say about them as a person? You know, if you're doing it, what does it say about you as a person? And don't give me that crock of shit that, oh, I'm just in an unhappy relationship. Really? Then do something about the relationship before you start cheating. Either fix it or get out of it. You got two choices. But don't cheat. Don't stoop to that level. So, kids need respect. They need their space. Once your child is old enough, I mean, a 3-year-old has no business having their bedroom door closed. That can be scary. You have no idea what they're up to. So, okay, fine. When they're a little older, 8, 9, 10, they have the bedroom door closed. Maybe they're listening to music, they're doing their homework. Check on them. Tap on the door, tap, tap, tap. Hey, everything okay? What's up? I brought you a snack. Let's go for ice cream. That's fine. But give them that sense of independence. If your child has a diary or a journal, that's theirs. That is not yours to read. It might have some of the dumbest stuff in it that you can imagine. I remember my first diary. I was probably 8 and I got it as a birthday present. The stupid stuff that was in that was just ridiculous, but it meant a lot to me. And I remember my older brother got hold of it. Yeah, we all know how that went. And it was so embarrassing and so humiliating, and he thought it was funny. But it was a problem because it was disrespectful, and it showed me early on about disrespect, about trust, about feeling violated because my thoughts, my feelings were violated. They were made fun of. So be respectful of your kids' stuff. Now, if you have reason to be concerned, if your child is isolating, if they're having strange behaviors, they're depressed, that's another subject. That's another subject. That's when you go through their backpack. But you can tell them, I'm going to go through your backpack. I'm going to go through your room. I want to see your diary. Something's wrong. You're not telling me what it is. I need to know. You can tell them. Be open. Be honest with them. The best thing in the world is open, honest communication. Take your kid for ice cream, just the two of you, for pizza, for a jog, to the park, whatever, to a movie. Kids, 13, 14, they don't always like to hang out with mom and dad. Okay, but they might want to go to the game. They might want to go to the latest movie. They might want to go shopping. Find something that they enjoy doing. And what I encourage, what I did with my son early on, this started, when he was probably 4 or 5. On we would do pizza. Friday night was pizza and root beer night, and then Saturday we would do breakfast, and then we would, depending on the weather, we would go to the zoo or we would go to the library. We did this the entire time he was in elementary school. That was our routine. That was life. And that was our time to talk about our week, what was new in our lives. Establish that early, that open, honest communication, so your child knows they can come to you with anything and it's okay, that you're on their side. But create the boundary that you respect them as an individual. Now, coworkers. Never disrespect a coworker. Do not go through their desk. Don't get stuff off of their desk. I mean, a paper clip's one thing, but say, hey, I need a paper clip. Do you mind? Can I use your pen? Can I use a sticky? A girl yesterday came by my desk and said, hey, can I borrow a sticky and a pen for a second? Well, of course. Here you go. Absolutely, sweetheart. But she was nice. She was polite. She asked. It's just about boundaries. I keep this big container of chocolates on my desk. Everybody is always welcome to come by and get one. I don't want you emptying it. I don't want you going through the drawers trying to find the good stuff. No. Ask. Because it's my workspace. It's my desk. So don't go into somebody's office pillaging and rummaging. If somebody has a favorite pen and you think it's a cool pen, don't take it. Ask, hey, where did you get the pen? I love that pen. Where can I find one? Don't take it. Don't take things that aren't yours. Don't go through files that aren't yours. Just be respectful. And if you're in a relationship, if you're married, never, never go through someone's purse or their wallet. Now, if you're doing laundry and you're emptying pockets, you got to empty the pockets. But don't go through somebody's wallet. Don't go through their phone. Don't go through their purse. Don't. Because if you do, you're showing right there you don't respect them. You don't respect their boundaries. You don't trust them. If you don't trust them, that shows the relationship is already broken. If you don't trust them and you're going through their wallet, their phone, their purse, their backpack, whatever they carry, you're telling them, telling yourself, I don't trust them. They're not worthy of my trust. You've got a problem. The relationship is fractured right there. At that point, when you realize a relationship is that broken, get out. If you can't trust someone, get out of the relationship, because the foundation of a relationship is friendship and trust. And if you can't trust somebody, never be in a relationship with them. If you can't trust yourself not to go through their things, if you're just that suspicious because of things that have happened to you in the past, you don't need to be in a relationship. You need to heal your wounds before you go into a relationship. That's just my thoughts on boundaries, my thoughts on respect. Respect yourself. Respect your own boundaries. Respect how you feel about yourself, that no means no, that when you tell somebody not to touch you, not to do this, not to do that, you're not going to make an exception for the next person because you have boundaries. Respect your boundaries. You are worthy of dignity, love, kindness, respect from yourself and from others at all times.